Hello. I think I need to update a couple things here, so nobody freak out. I wonder how many times I've listened to this song. I really wish that Spotify gave me stats on specific songs. I wonder if I can do this while I'm streaming. Channel points. Change that. Yes, I can. Oh, that's cool. I'm just hello. I'm just messing around with some stuff. How are you today? How's work? It's a nice spicy, almost 30 degrees here, but I've decided to drink hot tea. You know, it's better to let it out than to keep it in. That's what I always say. Just let it out. Oh, that's an inviting color of pink. That's what Shrek says too. I was gonna say I saw a sound healer for a while, and he recommended that. Otherwise, it just stays in, and then what is it? It's just more other things. Teal? Do I like teal? I like teal. If we keep them all the same hue, then here. Once again, you came in the same car, but you timed your entrances. I'm just joking. Oh no, my hydrate is already teal. One of you parked down the block. I know it's so hard to find parking on Twitch, so I understand. See, all the good colors are taken. And what I need is a brand book. I need a brand book. Oh, that's nice. I like that. How is the fucking middle of Canada today? Is it what is hold on, I think you said Alberta. What is the middle of Canada like in the summer? Alberta? Saskatchewan? Manitoba. Oh, I forgot I made my my emotes so good though. Yeah. So big. They're big. All right, I'm changing one more thing. So I think we need like a solid yellow, like a really, yeah, I think that's good. The contrast is not good. No, there. No. Yeah. No. Yeah. Okay. I think that the prevalence of those emotes across Twitch is like really shows the power. No, why didn't that update? It's a brand, you know, it's a brand now. Not like a evil brand, like a I said I want yellow. Twitch. Goldenrod. 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 No, I'm not doing it on stream. There. There. Alright, can you all see that? Yeah, you can. Okay. Now now all of my channel point rewards are different colors. Anyway, so happy Thursday. Don't y'all have Victoria Day this weekend also? Is that right? Canada Day. What is Victoria Day? When is that? Canada Day is the 1st. Victoria Day is in May. Sheesh. Happy Canada Day. Woo. Yes. Was the Queen's birthday. Now is the dead Queen's birthday. You date one Canadian and then one very patriotic Canadian, and you get it all. Get it all. The nice thing about Canada is, don't you get like one day off a month, like mandated? I think that's kind of what the pace was. I don't know. Here, from like February to May, it's like a empty march of nothingness. But it's all colonialism, so, and capitalism. Yeah, you just, nobody wants to be too sad. Family Day. Family Day for families. Or for people to think about how they don't have families. Which is what happens here on Mother's Day and Father's Day. Apparently I'm feeling like a little bit dark today. It's fine. I bought a computer yesterday. That's cool. I bought a M2 MacBook Pro. So I will be faster at nothing. Because the inputs will be the same. I bought a keyboard. Oh, Maddie, how did your keyboard thing go? That timing is when I eat dinner, so I can't reach it. Hold on. It was like upgrades week I'm old, and I also don't care about mechanical keyboards, so I just bought like a mid-range ergonomic keyboard. It's also in French. Maybe it might be Canadian. Yeah. Oh, come on. Okay, well, I hope you don't have more of your earlier feelings. And if you do, that you deal with them in the best way possible. Yeah, I have to install it, but I was gonna wait to. Well, you don't install really; it's Bluetooth. But I am excited to use it, 'cause only slightly better than Aaron's. Jesus, microphone. I've been resting my not ergonomic keyboard on top of this floppy thing to create something that looks like ergonomics but doesn't actually effectively create it. And then if we did like a rate my setup, I have a Chinese medical theory textbook that's about 3 inches thick, and then I have a like an art what do we call it, like a catalog for art stuff. And then on top of that, I have a frame to hold my computer to get it at the right height, and then my other monitor is on top of a box that I don't remember what the box is for, and then 2 notebooks. So literally I don't ever show my setup to anyone because it was just like whatever books we had, and boxes from the recycling, and like one thing. My entire desk is leftovers from my partner's jobs. Like I have a leftover monitor. I didn't buy the monitor. The what is it called? Desk that goes up and down. Stand, sit, adjustable. The fucking word. Anyway, this is like the shittiest one you could get, but it still works. And then yeah, I have a ring light that is leaning. You know what it's like, yeah. The mic stand that I have, my Twitch followers bought for me for my birthday, because before that, I had my microphone sitting on top of a stack of books that I would just take off of my bookshelf every time I streamed. And I had a tiny little mic stand that I sat on top of that to get it to the right level where everyone pitched in for my birthday and bought me a mic stand that is actually not requiring me to move my keyboard to the side so I could use it. That is that's the level of hack we're working at here. So when you described your mic, I was like, yeah, I can vibe with this. I know what it's like. I need one of my cables is like well, that's a problem for another day. Also, the whole so we have a townhouse, and like the bottom has plenty of circuits, but the top half of the house, like they didn't do like the office and then the other off like bedroom and then the bathroom, whatever. The whole side of this upstairs is on one circuit breaker. So if if Crystal has a bunch of things plugged in and I have a bunch of things plugged in, we'll throw the circuit. So like a couple times it's been like, you know, a fan or an extra light, or like it's winter and you want to put like a heat. Whoa. Who would it have hurt to add an extra circuit breaker? Please enjoy. I hope it's something tasty. I think it's like gonna be a little quiet in here today. I don't want to jinx myself, but I know a couple people have meetings all afternoon, so. I am looking at TypeScript again. All right, so I just trying to remember what we did last week. Week just flew by. This is too loud. Alright, so what the solution was. So we're doing this, I guess it's like a tutorial, but it's like, it straddles the line between a tutorial and a class on a basic TypeScript, syntax, how to fix errors. So I have it in my GitHub, and I don't want to move anything. I already did 1, 2, right? Yeah, 3 and 4. Optional properties. Yay! How was your meeting? How wonderful. That's not how we usually feel after. They just stick around. They're like friends. They're like, no, tell me how the meeting was. You can have cats and potatoes and whose panic basket is this? Tomatoes. We can have bubbles. We can have all these friends just hanging around, listening to our conversations. I didn't do potato of the week. I thought you would want to be here for it. So, made potato of the week. Whoa. Oh, this is here, I'll put myself in the middle. Temporary potato of the week change. So I got a new keyboard, and I already showed people briefly, but I did want to unbox it. I'm going to be very excited to use this because I've been using a flat keyboard. And I've been getting some tendonitis in my thumb from the way that I type, and so I got a new keyboard. I'm not like a keyboard person who is going to build one from scratch. No, absolutely no feelings against people who... I can't do this while they're doing that. Hold on. It's in a box. It's Bluetooth. I can use it on multiple computers. Just by pushing a button. I think the main exciting thing about it is that it has like a split style. Okay. And nice squishy part. So the problem that I've been having is that like when I type I have to like do this to hit everything. Whoa. So it should be a little bit more of a neutral. This is impossible to show you what neutral will be. And it still has 10 key, which is really important to me because I love to use 10 key. You see the 10 key? For number entry. Yeah, so that's my new keyboard. So you just have to push a little button and then it can switch from one computer to the other. And then there's multiple heights. I was going to show you snoods too, but I left them downstairs and I don't really feel like running. Does everybody know, does anybody know what snoods are? Make myself small again. I'll go back over here. Let me see if I can find it. Oh no, that's old chatting. Oh no. So this weekend I'm getting my computer and I'm going to have to reconfigure my whole Streamlabs. I'm not super looking forward to it because it is time consuming. I'm also considering switching to OBS, but then that really seems like a pain in the ass, so we'll see what happens. I do want to show you what snoods is though, because snoods, let me just look it up real quick before I... No, that's the opposite of what I wanted to do. Yes, let me look it up before I Google it, see if they have their website up. Snoods. So does anybody watch this Netflix show Snack versus Chef? Is anyone paying attention? It's okay. It's like okay, does anyone know Claire Saffitz from Bon Appetit? Claire Saffitz. Claire Saffitz. Saffitz. What is the name of her show? Like Skittles, basically. So she had this whole YouTube thing where she like, it's gonna autoplay. She basically tried to make from scratch gourmet versions of all kinds of candy and snacks. So like she's a chef, she's a pastry chef, she's qualified to do this. And it's this whole like series of her doing this. She's kind of annoying, but she got really famous for doing it on the Bon Appetit's YouTube channel. So then Netflix makes this competition show where like chefs and food scientists and people who fall under the same kind of category compete with each other to make snacks, right? Okay, this is a progression. So follow with me. Cheetos, Pringles, Kit Kats, Oreos, Gushers, Ho-Hos, Lay's, and then the finale. Okay, so then the finale... It's a really fun show. If you don't have Netflix, it's fine. You don't have to watch it. But if you want to get the vibe, you could watch, Claire on YouTube. But anyway, the person that won made a snack where she took basically noodles and made them into like a pumped up kind of, the goal is to make your own snack. So she made the noodles into like a snack noodle, basically a noodle where you had like the flavors of I don't know if it was like Italian pasta. I can't remember the type of pasta, like cacio e pepe or something, and then really pumped up the flavor and made the noodle, kind of dehydrated it so you could just eat it like without having to boil it, and then snack, right? So then once she won, she got money, and then she made this snack that she created into actual food that you could buy at the store, but did a Kickstarter, right? So it's not in stores yet. And what we did is we got the starter pack. So downstairs in the kitchen, we have one of each of these to try. So I am excited to taste all of the snoots. I don't know which one I'm most excited. I haven't tried them yet. I don't know. I think yeah, I don't know. Like, I love ramen. I think in my head I mostly understand what this one is gonna taste like. I don't as much understand what this one's gonna taste like. I am curious how spicy this is gonna be. But like, this is a TBD potato of the week. So next week might be a little weird because new computer, but they're physically downstairs. Like, potato of the week is that they have arrived, but the question of the week is, which snood do you think will be the most delicious? Which one would you be like, I want to try that one first? Personally, I think it might just be the two of us talking right now. I don't know if anybody else is here. Spicy? Yeah. So I was at Trader Joe's. What was it called? Trader Joe's like larb, knock, knock. What are they called? I'm just gonna say snack noodles. Yes. Do you have a Trader Joe's by you? Meat crop, of course. I got these from Trader Joe's. They were a little sweeter than I wanted them to be. Did you like these? I thought that the texture on these was amazing. I think they could have been a little more like savory than sweet. But my assertion is that the spicy ramen are going to have a similar texture to the meat crop. All right, anyone just joining, we're talking about snack noodles. And if you haven't tried these from Trader Joe's, you should. But did you like them, Gret? I'll give you a full update on snoots. You didn't like them? I can't tell. You don't know? I'm so thrilled with how Potato of the Week came out, though. Oh, okay. You said you got them. You must be having a lag. Yeah. Okay. They're a little sweeter than I thought they should be, but the flavor is good in general, and oh, well, if I had some within reach and I wasn't on a microphone, I would definitely give it a whirl. All right, so back to TypeScript. Yes, we are learning to use TypeScript. So, is this the right screen? Yes. The last meeting of the week. Do you have tomorrow off? That's exciting. Do you know today is Thursday? Yeah, well, did you mean Friday? Okay, that's good. That's good. If I could never work another Friday, I think I'd be good. I'm gonna add that to the list. No Fridays. If possible. Good luck, potatoes. Alright, so what we're going to do here is review just very briefly what we did on last Thursday, and then we're going to dive right into assigning types of variables, which I think is where we stopped. And that should take us into the weekend. I'm going to get rid of that screen so I don't think about it too much. So what we learned is within a constant we can assign type to variables. Helpful. Alright, And then we learned that you can break it out into an object. If I see Scrooge it? Oh, Scrooge might be in the office today. What a bummer. Right? So break it out like an object. You can use a comma, or a semicolon. Okay. Then number 3, if you don't want to have to use the property, because otherwise it'll freak out and be like, why didn't you use first and last? All you gotta do is add a little question mark to mark the property as optional. Sweet. And then when we got down here, let me look at the actual code here. So for number 4, it was also the question mark. What's the difference between 3 and 4? Within the params. Oh, that was the difference. It was. Whoa! Finite raid! What? Finite raid! Finite, what have you been doing? Look at all these dogs. What is going on? What a surprise. How was your stream? I was in there the other week when you were fixing the what was it? The green tunneling fabric or something. This is what containers are for, to cause to cause trouble. Well, how's everybody doing? All we're doing today is learning TypeScript, and I was just enjoying the review of the beauty that is this tutorial of beginner's TypeScript from Matt Pocock. Let me grab you the link here if anybody wants to check it out. Oh, please enjoy your lunch. If you know TypeScript, feel free to. Oh, thank you for the follow, Tobo Nautilus. Give me hints or don't. And if you.
Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
If you hate TypeScript, you can tell me why. I have tried the osmosis approach of learning it just by doing it, and I decided I need to do a little bit of didactic learning to fill in the blanks, which is actually helpful. Surprise. So, we were doing this last Thursday too. I'm trying to make it a Thursday thing, and I remember last Thursday I was trying to understand what interfaces were and why, but Yes. That's where we're at. Please stick around, join us, or move on with your lives, your days. One thing we have here is a lot of potatoes, so if you enjoy eating or looking at or spamming the chat with potatoes, there's some free ones you can use, and I have my emote filter set to like large as possible, so it'll obscure the screen for everyone. So please enjoy yourselves. Yeah. So what I was saying was, I think we did number 5. Let me double check. Let me see. Remember. What did I have to do to run this? Null set. Thank you for the follow. It's like, oh wait. Yes. Okay. I did finish it. Cool. Does anybody use TypeScript in their work, life, fun? It's interesting Twitch does this like Raider outline thing. Or is that a finite thing? But I didn't say hi to Ryan. Ryan, are you still here? Hi, Ryan. I also didn't say hi to Go Haku. I'm not sure if you're asking me if GitHub is down, but I don't know. Sweet. I wonder how long that lasts. It's kind of cool. Alright, so we did a poll last time to decide what we were gonna call Matt Pocock, because I don't think that he looks like a Matt. I thought he looked like Carl or Kurt, but the chat said decided that his name was Gallagher. So that's what his name is. So Gallagher told us about interface versus setting it up as... Is this course free? Yeah. This course is free. They have like paid workshops, but they have the beginners TypeScript, and then they have TypeScript for React. Wow, it's my React Southern's coming out. I have a third one. React and Zod. I also need to look into the Zod because I did I'm trying to build something with the T3 stack, if any of you are familiar with that, and it also uses Zod. So I'm going to be learning a lot of things from Gallagher if I don't hate it. It's a schema declaration and validation library, which makes sense because you use it with TypeScript, TRPC. What is the other thing? Schema validation for Prisma. Yeah, TypeScript and Prisma. So if you're using T3 stack, if everyone's heard of that, if anyone's heard of that. Sort of angling towards the answer to your question here, null set. Building an app using the T3 stack, I was kind of doing okay without knowing TypeScript because I know JavaScript pretty well, and I was just kind of like figuring it out as I go along. And then I kept hitting errors that were always TypeScript errors. And I thought it wouldn't hurt to spend a few hours knowing the basics of how to avoid them up front rather than fixing them after the fact, because my stream is sort of a learning stream anyway, so it makes sense to do it in public with other people. Yeah. And I think a lot of companies are using TypeScript now. And Next.js is the preferred React what's it? Industry standard. So these two definitely go together. And a lot of people are using NextAuth, and I've seen Prisma on job descriptions, so certainly these four. TRPC I see less of, but it seemed helpful to have some experience with TypeScript. It's a long answer to your question. Primarily a personal project, but also for work. Cool. Is that is that like cool beans but potatoes? I hope so. So let's make sure that Matt/Gallagher is not too loud.
I'm a potato.
What about yourself? Do you use it often? Let's see what we're being asked to do in problem 6. Splunk. Splunk. Splunk, 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 Splunk. I have seen Splunk. I am not that familiar with that. Splunk is a company, but that's not a software tech stack. Is it this? It's this? Oh, okay. I've met a few people that work at Splunk through where to go to a conference. A conference? Maybe 2 conferences?
I'm a potato.
Ah! Hola, hola! Back in the house. Splunk makes Splunk. Okay. Well, that seems reductive, but okay. Right? Okay. Hey, so we're called Splunk. What should we make? What should we call our company? Just to answer the question. Map reduce technology. Splunk is written in Python. Thank you for the follow. Exiled? Hola. Is that the potato? I gotta check your I'm not just clicking on YouTube's. It's too early in the day for that. I'm letting you check it over here. There's men yelling at each other. Oh, that. I do like the pink jacket. I'm not gonna show it on stream though. I would wear the pink jacket. It's important to have two computers if you're streaming, by the way. Null set, I'm gonna be honest with you. That doesn't sound like the most scintillating software in the world. But it does sound very important. Very, very important. Oh, man. All right. We're going to get something done here today. Should we... All right, just a minute and 12 seconds. Everybody, hold on to your hats. I'm going to play the video.
Sometimes in TypeScript you'll want to make sure that a property is not just like any string, but is one of a select number of strings.
Okay.
This might be true for numbers too. You want to make sure it's either 0, 1, 2, 3 or 4, etc. But for this one we have a user, and we've worked out that our isAdmin boolean that we had before is not quite cutting it, because users can either just be a normal user, or they can be an admin, or they can be a super admin. So we want to make sure that this role here is either going to be one of these specific strings. And so this error down here should not be allowed to be passed here. And this TSExpect error, what this does is it checks for an error on the next line. And if there is an error there,
You seem so excited.
It no longer works. So if I pass like a number here, for instance, then TSExpect error is going to be happy, even though there's an error hiding underneath. So it's a little kind of like useful trick that I've used just to make sure that you see that there's supposed to be an error on the next line. So yeah, work out using the docs to see if you can restrict role to be one of those three things.
Do I have the docs open still? All right. So it's basically like we're going to exchange one error for another error. Hold on. He's like, it's a neat trick. You're still going to have an error. I feel like I'm going to need to fix that error next. Unions solution. Do I need to look for unions? So are we... Nah. Why is it called unions? Is there something to do with unions? Alright, I gotta know what to search for. So, let's see. It's like restrict role. Is that too specific? Restrict. I should have just done it all in one day. I forgot what it was about. Restrict generic classes. So I don't think it's creating types from types. The basics or narrow, I think. helpful. Static type checking. I don't really know. Emitting with errors. Explicit types. Erase types. Down leveling. Strictness. Any ideas? The Theld of Allen. Welcome. You use too many O's. I'm surprised it didn't catch that. It has to be without an O after it. Oh no. Nightbot's kind of a not a very smart robot. That's all. Not a very smart robot. Let's see. Role classes. We're not talked about classes yet. What's it called? Unions. Unions? So it's a it's a if else statement. If so it compares something to Haskell. I'm not knowing what you're talking about. I enjoy that you went the extra mile for that. Is the bot of Alan a legion? Oh, how kind. So what I'm seeing here is that I would need to say maybe I didn't have enough coffee today. Are these or? For love, Chris. So that's a specific answer. Okay. Where in the docs did it say that? I wonder if I can look up pipe. Super admin. Yeah. I don't think their docs are that good. Or I don't know what I'm looking for. Unions. Is this what I'm supposed to be looking at? Does anybody that's watching know anything about TypeScript? So like I did recommend this course to someone earlier today and I was like, it's nice, I'm helpful in learning things, and now I'm like, I don't know. Why is it comparing this to Haskell? Is it because of the functional programming? The basics. See, I feel like that would be in the basics. Yeah. Am I learning? I mean, kind of. I think I need someone to. Oh, Ian, Alex Hart. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Let's see what he has to say for himself.
So here we go.
Here we go.
This is a union type. A union type, which means that role can either be admin.
Here's what I have to say about this. Why are we using no, stop. Single quotes. And then we switch to double quotes. Gallagher.
User or super admin. And we use this syntax here to delineate which ones it can be. Now, if I remove that TS-expect error, I'm going to get autocomplete
For noobs.
inside this role. And I access the autocomplete by going Control space. At least that's for me on a Mac using VS Code. Your mileage may
Okay.
So we have admin, we have super admin, or we have user. I can add other things to this too. I can add
What did I
anything.
do? I didn't change that part. I didn't change this, so why don't I have an error? Oh, JD does dev. I'm sorry. Is it because someone explained it to you but didn't actually explain anything? Because that's what I'm feeling like right now.
I can extract one of these to a type of itself. So I can say type super admin
Ooh,
equals super admin like this.
that's a type.
And I can just put it in here. And again,
Wait.
it will give me the same behavior.
Wait, it's a... Okay. Wait. VS Code yells at me a lot when I'm using TypeScript, which is why I'm doing this course, but thank you for the follow. I thought that it would help. Yeah, great. Sounds like my future is gonna still include a lot of TypeScript errors. At least I will have solidarity with my followers. Okay, so interface user type is defined outside of it and below it. So like, it's not like you have to hoist the type above the interface. Like it's they're talking to each other. Oh, I should follow you back. Hold on. There you go. Follow back. We can cry about TypeScript together. I think this is the thing that confuses me with. So we defined the super admin outside, and we defined it inside. So it's not like hoisting, because type is like global. This is my universal why isn't it working phase. Yeah. Transposed it on the potato.
Yeah, so super admin. And you can do all sorts of stuff. So object primitives can go inside here as well. So wow true, for instance, or wow boolean. You notice that when these get pretty big, they actually go into this format instead, which makes them a little bit easier to read, but is no different in terms of the behavior. So yeah, union types are extremely powerful. We're going to use them a lot throughout the scope of total TypeScript, and they allow you to do all sorts of cool stuff. Of course, I can even make this role down here into its own.
So union types. that what I was looking at? I think that Matt Pocock's belief of what I could glean from this to fix that. I don't. Do you know how sometimes people have like pre-knowledge and that it informs their like understanding or belief of other people's knowledge?
Union type. So really union types are everywhere within TypeScript, and they really help give your code a lot of safety and make sure that you can't pass sort of illegal values into various places. Although of course they only act on the type level. So if for instance I wanted to somehow change this at runtime, I could do something illegal. I could say default user.role equals Of course that's going to yell at me because is not assignable to type role, but I could do something crazy like tsignore, for instance. So that will let me pass an illegal value there. But as long as you're playing by TypeScript's rules and by sort of not trying to override it in any way, then union types allow you to be really sure of the types of data that are flowing through your app.
Cool. Great. So I could put the type anywhere. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. You're probably too far ahead, but I also feel like maybe that didn't explain everything I needed to know. So he put, what he did, he made a type equal role. Is his solution? He didn't have the whole thing. Made the type. Is it like new type? New type? Equal role? No. Sorry, I don't know all of the
For instance, so that is not assignable to something crazy.
Just
like
type.
tsignore.
Just type. So when it made type equal role, this line you could put that anywhere in the document. I think it's infinitely better to talk to someone who's actually using it than someone who probably made this like a year ago. I don't know when this was updated. Right? Functional knowledge. Functional knowledge outweighs bald British guy knowledge. In my humble opinion. I feel like I am missing. Okay, hold on. Someone tried to explain to me last time the difference between, or the use case for oh no. Okay. What is what's a corollary of interface to something else? Like, is it like a constructor or didn't really want to change this. Did it change anything? Oh no. I don't think I changed anything. There we go. JavaScript. Is it like a class? It's like an object. It's like an object. Ryan! I'm surprised. Did you see my post on Twitter where somebody from is it GitHub? No, he's not at GitHub anymore. Somebody contract. Contract? Is that a JavaScript thing? Throw me in the MDN. Whoa. Alright. It's a contract? That is not something I missed. Okay. Alright, you're using it as a corollary. Okay, good. I was like, what? Alright, when you're using an interface like on 9.14, okay, you're entering a contract where you're agreeing to use everything that the interface provides. I see. So is it kind of like, it's a little bit like a model? It's like a, this is why you need the so it goes in the front. No, it goes here. There. If those are optional. We're gonna go deep into analogy territory with this. Ear, how was your lunch? Was it ramen? Okay. I see what you're saying. So anytime that you have an interface, that's like basically the point at which you're saying, whenever I use user inside of a constant, I'm going to use all of it unless something is optional. Right? And so then when you declare the constant, then anywhere within the constant, you have to provide the correctly typed data for each of those items. Okay. So is this the specific name? Oh, that sounds delicious. So if I had like 7 users, if I had 2 different users, where would I say I have like a different one? Would that be like export constant new user? Like where would you make more first names, last names, roles? Okay. So how does it differentiate between users? Okay. So the interface says what a user should contain. And then the default user is what the default is. And then your code would change it to a different user. So if you had a form, then someone could change it to their name. Like, this is like, oh, I see. Like this user, this dot last name. They like, right? Like the drop down could be like role admin, role super admin, whatever. And then you could add to the posts array. These answers are so good. Yeah, something like that. Well, because it's like a model, so you're kind of creating a database framework. All right. That's helpful. That's really helpful. Now, I think I kind of understand why interface is necessary. Thank you for taking the time to explain that to me, JD. No, honestly, you did a way better job of explaining that than this guy. This guy? You went to school with this guy? Everybody's making that face. I already forgot what the question was. What am I doing? Oh, I didn't go to the question yet. Something with expected type comes from property posts, which is declared here are and type user. I shouldn't put posts on user is basically what I'm seeing. Please enjoy your lunch. We have multiple lurk commands if you want to find them. They're fun, but you can also lurk manually. Post is an object. Is that bad? Creating an array of objects. Alan, giving me too many ideas. I'm keeping these here though. The good ones, not all of them. How are you in real life though? Lurk lambda lurk lambda. What? Lilith, lurk. Am I bad at this game? That's it. I am. It looked like lamb. I can do something with lurk from space though. I can do something with that. I was thinking I could move it to post. That's my first idea. That won't solve the problem that you're talking about. Go eat your lunch though. I can figure it out. I'm good. And then wait, no, I broke it. I have to define it in post. I see what you're saying. So post needs to be what we're saying is we have to have the title and the ID. So within posts, don't mess with the post interface. So something about this being a do I need to set? Oh, you said it's not supposed to be an object. Like this. That's so like stinking easy. I wonder if it says that in the frickin' docs. Oh, he's like, go find it in the docs. How to object, like within object types, object with properties. I'm not really sure how to find things in here. Type manipulations. Just try to look through it and see if there's similar structures, but I don't. Alright, see you. Thanks for the help. Yeah, that's a good one, Alan. I need Nightbot to have like a specific lurk commands. I mean, I know I can create that. And then people can decide which lurk command they want. Because what else am I doing? Reference. Yikes. This is not helpful for me. I can't even see this. It might actually be helpful, but it's not. What? So have an accessibility moment. Okay. Does it? Okay. It doesn't select. I don't know. Maybe it is accessible, but it's pretty impossible to know. I can't tell if I'm just like bombing finding things in the docs because I'm not familiar enough with TypeScript to search for them, but I feel like if I'm taking words from the lesson and searching for them, that I should at least get close, right? I think you could start with Ola. I would have thought Microsoft would make better ... and then how many things could you finish that sentence with? Right? So I think we fixed it. So how did he fix it? That's how he fixed it. And apparently, oh. That was a delayed response, Lilith. Also, but you got a tall head and a small head. I like that. People should embrace tall head waving. That's what I think. All right. Let's see a solution. I wonder if there's a benefit to one over the other. Is that directed at me specifically? Oh, a bot told you that? How's my coding going? I'm trying to learn more things so I can be better at it. That's how it's going. I'm learning. There's like a developer cycle of learning. No. This is we named him last time. Were you here? We named him Gallagher. I don't know what Alan looks like, but I feel like Alan looks more like this. Yeah, you were here. Alan has got like mad dad vibes. Sometimes when my air conditioning comes on, it like puts hot air on me first, and I always worry about that, but I've had them come out twice and they're like, no, it's fine. That's so correct. That's so correct. You're so 100% correct. So correct. All right, mister. You're going to tell me why one of these is better than the other.
There are two solutions to this problem.
Yeah.
The first one is to add a couple of square brackets just at the end of post here, and that turns it into an array of posts.
That seems perfectly good.
To a type itself, so I can say posts is post array, and I can say now we get to specify all the array of posts, and I get my stuff all auto-completed for me, which is really, really nice.
It's really nice.
The first type of syntax you use. There's a second type of syntax which specifies it using a kind of like, this is what's called a generic type.
Yes.
So this array type here is something I don't have to import from anywhere. It's just inside the language. Like if I misspell it, then I'm going to get an error there, obviously, but array just is available globally. And what I do here is I pass it the thing that I want to put in the array. It's an array of posts. And this little kind of square brackets, can't remember the name of it.
Angle brackets.
This syntax is very, very common in especially more advanced types. And so I want to sort of point this out.
Yeah, I agree with you.
It's up to you which one you use. They resolve into exactly the same
Why
thing.
would I use this
There's
one?
two different ways of expressing the same thing. I kind of like this one, but then I wanted to teach this one because it's very, it comes up a lot later, especially with promises, especially with maps, sets, records, things like that. So do get used to this syntax. That's the main way to express arrays in TypeScript.
Are we even doing map records? I did eat lunch. Was that was that for me or was that for Alan? I ate lunch. I had leftover butter chicken. I made the butter chicken because I love to cook, And then apparently my partner did not know there was leftover, so I thought I should just eat it because, you know, no one's been eating it. And they were mad we still had it. I didn't tell them. I was like, you also look at the refrigerator. It's delicious though. But now I'm hungry again. For some reason I thought they were gonna bust in here and be like, yeah, butter chicken. Alright. So why does this take so long? Oh, you know what? That's because I didn't understand interfaces and someone had explained them to me. I wasn't hiding it. It was right in the front. All of our leftover containers are clear glass containers. They did not have any excuses. But you're allowed to make your own decisions. So weird that I have to like stop this. Like, doesn't it feel like it should run and stop itself? Because all we're doing is running the test, and then the test should complete. This one has a lot of errors. This is like my actual TypeScript. TypeScript. Whatever. Yeah. Let's see what we're supposed to do here.
We've got a similar problem here to what we...
I will say, he does not have an annoying voice. His voice is less annoying than my voice. I don't think my voice is annoying, so that's actually kind of impressive.
we had before. We've got our user, which is using an array of posts, which has the post here, and we've got a make user function. So instead of doing default user, we're now just kind of returning this make user function here. And so inside here is supposed to represent a user, except we've got a bunch of errors down here because what it's saying is that the function, the thing that gets returned from make user, which is this, is just an empty object. If I add some stuff in here and say blah, 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 then it's going to grab that and put it there. This is a pretty good lesson in itself, is that you don't need to kind of say to TypeScript what a function returns. But in this case, it's going to be pretty nice to ensure that make user always returns a user. Very similar to the problem we had before where we wanted to make sure that the error message was on the correct line. Here we've got lots of error messages and they're all pretty confusing and fairly hard to understand. So, how do we annotate our function to make sure that make user always returns a user?
I don't know. I think we have to add something to the function, probably. Add something to the function. Add something to the function. So the question is, where do we add it? To add it here? Do we add it here? Do we add it here? So if we have it already defined up here, should we just be able to put it in here? What happens if we do this? Nope. So you have to put user in the function somewhere. I just don't know where. Make user as a function. How do you add to a function? Add, what do you call it? Type to function. Function. TypeScript for functional programs around functions. Function type expression. Functions. Function greet. Name string. So it's an arrow function. I put it in here. Where'd it go? Did I already put it in there? No. I put it here. I'm just stabbing at the wall right now. It's also the that took away several errors, honestly. You see that? It's interesting. Huh. Ooh, look at this. Now I only have 3 errors. How do I have 3 errors on the same thing? Okay. Could you make this? Yeah, maybe that's the issue. This is what JD was talking about, I think. Got down to 2 errors though. Any other ideas? Failed. Again. Failed. Try again. Expect user idea to be type of number. Assertion error. Oh, that's an old one. This space. All right. Oh, I did not try that. He added all that information in there. Why is this so, seems so like extra to me? Okay. I'm just like fighting the TypeScript. So you keep the arrow function as is. Then you put the interface behind it. And then you build out the whatever you want. So all the things we want, which were in the previous problem. How I eat so much cheese. Can't argue with that. So we had added this. said the other one was easier, but this one will be more useful in the future. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. How is that different from... Oh, because this is not... This is just a constant. This is a function. Alright, I got it. Oh! My back is like... Good game. Alright. Learning is fun.
The solution here is this syntax.
Yeah.
This syntax allows you to specify what a function can return.
Definitely did not intuit that.
Mistake here and accidentally pass a string instead of a number, then it's going to yell at me because string is not assignable to type number. And now, even if I get this wrong inside here, then actually this stuff is still going to be okay, because I've said that make user always returns a user. So anytime that you actually create a user, TypeScript is going to say, okay, yeah, well, I understand that, you've created a user, but it's going to yell at you closer to the call site, which is great, which means we get autocomplete, which means I can pass an array of poses, a role, which of course is super handy.
Fun.
And it means that this, since you don't always need to add this, by the way,
Neurolinguistics.
if I remove this, then TypeScript is still going to understand everything, although it actually drops a couple of things because it's not understanding that this could contain a number and title can contain blah 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 blah. And it's actually pretty impressive that TypeScript is able to
Pretty
understand
impressive.
this. You can actually hover over it to see what a function returns.
I forgot that OLA does not like
Infer
British
all the information. We didn't
accents.
delete all of this stuff up here or comment it out, and TypeScript will understand
Stupid
what our
British
method
accents.
is returning and won't yell at us down here. But sometimes you want to be a little bit stricter, and sometimes you just want to be able to specify, okay, if this returns a user, that means that my function here is going to be safe on the inside as well as the outside. So this syntax here is extremely useful.
Well, that is that's such a nice thing for you to say to me, Lilith. I wish I could stop by everyone else's desk and say hi too. Just kind of what rating is like. It's just a very one-sided event. I appreciate all y'all who come by every time, every week. All right, we're gonna do one more segment. That would just be foolish. That would be a foolish approach to life. Aaron, I told my mod Grat about my charity stream idea to eat a bunch of potatoes, and she didn't think I could eat that many potatoes. How could she not believe in me like that? I know. I could eat so many potatoes. Also, I said I would buy back the potatoes that I couldn't eat. You know, it's a win-win. Win-win. Yes. Oh my god. The lawn care people just never stop around here. All right, one more. Someone is just texting me all day. It's just my friend. It's not like an aggressive texter situation. Let's see. All right. So typing promises and async requests. Thank you. I appreciate it. I also believe in you. I believe in you, and I believe in your business. That's from something else, not related. Just, I can't get over the gigantic emote. They're so big. Okay. Let's learn about this. Type promises.
We've got a function here called fetch Luke Skywalker.
Get out of here.
What it does is it goes to an API called swappy.dev
Swappy.
API and fetches people 1.
Oh.
I happen to know because I've looked at their documentation, and what I've done is I've said, okay, that's going to fetch Luke Skywalker. He has a name attribute, a height attribute, a mass attribute. So when I run res.json, it's going to return me Luke Skywalker. So that data attribute is going to be typed as Luke Skywalker. But it's yelling at me here because the return type of an async functional method must be called load. Who knows what that means? And
Why do we always think that errors are yelling? Like, why are the errors always yelling? They're simply squiggly red lines. They're just little squiggly red lines. It's just the computer equivalent of a earthworm. Let's reframe errors. Errors. Okay? Less yelling, more earthworms. Earthworms? It could be party streamers. Okay?
and what your challenge is to go through and work out how I can change the type annotations here to make sure that TypeScript is happy with me.
On my stream? Or the error? I wasn't listening to him. What am I doing? Oh, yeah. Yeah. It should be more gentle. If computers are going to talk to us now, and learn languages, you know, then they should be less aggressive. So we're doing API fetch, and it's going to be typed. The response is typed. And we want to know why this is returning a error. Okay. How to fix. The return type of an async function or method must be the global promise So what do I just gotta write it. We gotta write promise around something, but what? Here? Hey, I fixed that one. I fixed that one by reading. There's two solutions. It looks like. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, so you can put it You can wrap this in promise, or you could put the. Oh, there's a third one. Dang it. Okay, hold on. You can tell the return to come as data. Does that tell it it's a promise? Interesting. Okay, and then the third one is basically you're typing it as data before you await the response. TypeScript's so much extra thinking. Holy moly. Okay. I guess he's going to tell me why we would do the last two, because the first one seems like way easier. And then we're throwing Gallagher out the window so the lawn people can blow him away. 4 minutes.
There are several solutions here.
No shit.
The first one is this, and this is the one that TypeScript kind of like hints at you to do when you add this return
Yeah,
type.
that's what it said.
The return type of an async functional method must be the global promise t type. Did you mean to write promise Luke Skywalker?
Yeah.
This is really cool. It's because we've specified this as an
It's
async
really,
function.
really cool.
And what it means is like, sure, if we were to use this, if we were to say const Luke equals fetch Luke Skywalker, this attribute here is not Luke Skywalker. It's going to be a promise that represents Luke Skywalker that will resolve to be Luke Skywalker. So we should wrap it in promise here. And this syntax is exactly the same as the array syntax.
Yes.
There's no other way to represent promises here. This is kind of what we've got, and it's pretty good. So we've got our fetch Luke Skywalker. This is the first solution, and it works, and this is probably what I recommend, maybe. The second solution, let's look at the third solution first.
Oh,
The third
God.
solution is gone a little bit funky in terms of formatting, but I actually, like, if I remove this, and I say data is this, data is typed as any. Now, any is a really interesting type in TypeScript because it doesn't give you any autocomplete when you use it. So data dot blah, 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 blah. I'm not getting any of my name, height, mass, hair color stuff.
Okay.
But this data here, because we've awaited this fetch, I can actually say this is Luke Skywalker there, using the syntax that we've seen before. And now my data is typed as Luke Skywalker, so I'll get access to data.birthyear, data.eyecolor.
Interesting.
So this is one way to do it. What this means then is if I hover over fetch Luke Skywalker, suddenly it's in.
Oh my God.
Because it's an async function.
Sorry, the gasp. The gasp. It got me. Alright, carry on.
We return a promise Luke Skywalker. I can also do both if I want to. I can say promise Luke
No, that's too much.
which is pretty nice. Promise Luke Skywalker.
It's too
And now
much.
If I return something like, I don't know, if I return a number, let's say, then it's going to yell at me because data doesn't represent the thing. Notice here that, like, we are sort of lying to ourselves a little bit in all of these cases.
We're lying
because
to ourselves.
Really, we don't know what this is going to return. Or TypeScript itself doesn't know it. So we're having to tell it. And so the third way to do this is kind of like the most out there, or at least this is, you may have seen this syntax before if you've come across TypeScript, which is we're saying return data as Luke Skywalker. This syntax is a cast, and what this does is it's casting data to Luke Skywalker. So this
Cast.
could actually be anything. So I could say const Matt is this. This was always my dream when I was.
He spelled Gallagher wrong.
Is this as Luke Skywalker? And now we can say that Matt is Luke Skywalker. But if I were to change this to Matt is, we need to ensure that Matt is assignable to Luke Skywalker, then we actually get errors here. Type thing is missing the following blah 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 blah. So, and it's yelling at me because I've not added all of these properties.
Yeah.
So the as is a kind of more powerful way, a kind of stronger way
Cost.
to tell TypeScript what you think.
Cast.
And of course, because TypeScript is really clever, then the return type of this is still going to be a promise Luke Skywalker. So we're still going to need to await it, and TypeScript is still relatively happy. But I do like that this shows you the difference between this as and this syntax, just the assigning syntax. This is a bit safer, and what you should probably do in all cases is this, but sometimes you'll run up against cases where this is the better option. Here, because data is any is kind of a type that's assignable to anything. It's like TypeScript has no idea what it could be, and it literally doesn't, right? Unless it literally goes and fetches this data, it has no idea what that data shape is going to be. That's not TypeScript's business. It's not going to do that for you. So we need to tell it. So we can either do it with this syntax or with this syntax here.
So I'm not really sure which one. I feel like you said the first one was the best. But then it kind of sounded like you thought the second one was the best. Because it's a cast. You're going to be using casts more. That's enough TypeScript for today. Type those scripts. Type them. Script them. Script them. Type them. Storm the castle. I swear to God, I thought, I don't know about that one. You can do whatever makes you happy, Alan. If that makes you happy, then you can storm the castle. Lurk. I was thinking we could raid True. I like True. I've actually had a chat with True before. But she does not need more viewers. she's so popular. I'd also be pretty excited to go hang out with Grimy again, though. True. Mute True. I don't know how to use Twitch. She works for Discord. Yeah, we should just go hang out with Grimy. Cause why not? Cause it's Thursday and there's a holiday this weekend for all of the North American superpowers. Jesus. Alright. Well, I appreciate everybody being here. We will see ya. I'm not gonna stream on the 4th. I am gonna probably just go to the pool. I will see you next Thursday. Hopefully I will have my new computer ready for stream on Thursday. The only difference for you should be that it will be the same. The goal will be that it will not be different. yeah, so let's go say hi to Grammy. And if you haven't been over there before, this is just a wonderful person making a very cool game about drugs. Bye, ear. I have no idea what your schedule is, but hopefully I'll see you later. Thanks for being here, everybody.